Close your eyes and imagine 1920s Chicago. Jazz spills from hidden speakeasies, shadows guard dark secrets, and one man holds the city in his grip. Today, you'll dive into the story of the man they called Scarface, a tale of power, ambition, and the heavy cost of fame. With rare photos from the era brought to life through vibrant colorization and animation, powered by cutting-edge AI will step into his world like never before. Alphonse Gabriel Capone was born on January 17, 1899, in the rough-and-tumble slums of Brooklyn, New York, to Italian immigrants scraping by. His parents were hard-working, law-abiding folks, but young Al had bigger dreams than their quiet life. Smart but defiant, he bristled at the strict rules of his Catholic school. At 14, his temper flared. He struck a teacher and was promptly kicked out. Brooklyn's gritty streets became his proving ground, shaping a restless kid into a rising force. Capone's first brush with the underworld came through the 5 Points Gang, a feared Manhattan outfit. As a teenager, he ran errands and threw punches, but his gutsy attitude caught the eye of Johnny Torrio, a savvy mobster who saw a spark. Torrio took Capone under his wing, teaching him to wield charm, intimidation, and strategy like weapons. Power, Capone learned, wasn't just about brute force. It was about building alliances, earning loyalty, and staying one step ahead of the law. In 1919, Torrio beckoned Capone to Chicago, a city pulsing with opportunity. Prohibition had just outlawed alcohol, turning booze into a black market goldmine. Torrio led a budding crime syndicate, and Capone became his trusted right-hand man, overseeing secret bars and smuggling operations. When rivals nearly killed Torrio in 1925, he stepped back, handing the keys to his 26-year-old protege. Capone didn't just take charge, he rewrote the rules. With a magnetic blend of charisma and ruthlessness, he united Chicago's warring gangs, bribed cops and politicians, and built a criminal empire worth over $1 billion in today's money. Smuggling illegal liquor was the heart of his fortune. Trucks loaded with whiskey rolled into the city every day. Gambling dens and brothels fattened his wallet. Bars that dared refuse his liquor were reduced to rubble by his bombs. Capone's word was law, and his enemies vanished quickly. His brutality hit a chilling peak in 1929 with the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. His crew, disguised as police officers, stormed a rival gang's hideout, unloading 70 rounds and leaving 7 men dead. The bloodshed shocked the nation, plastering Capone's name across headlines as America's public enemy #1. Yet, even as the world recoiled, Capone played the hero. When the Great Depression left millions hungry, he opened Chicago's first soup kitchen, dishing out warm meals to thousands every day. It wasn't just charity, it was a brilliant move to cast himself as a Robin Hood in a sharp suit, winning hearts amid the chaos. Capone lived like royalty. His custom-tailored Italian suits cost $500 a pop, thousands in today's dollars. Diamond rings and jeweled watches gleamed on his hands, earning him the nickname Snorky from pals who admired his flashy swagger. His 1928 green Cadillac, a fortress on wheels, was decked out with bulletproof glass and steel plating, a rolling symbol of his untouchable status. After his arrest, the feds seized it, and rumors swirled that it later chauffeured President Roosevelt himself. Capone's Miami Beach mansion was a stage for lavish parties, where he puffed fine cigars and treated guests to excess. To his wife, May, and son, Sonny, he was a loving cornerstone, penning heartfelt letters that revealed a tender side beneath the tough exterior. Fans were obsessed, flooding his office with 2,000 letters a week, drawn to his rebellious charm. Capone leaned into the fame, posing for photos and tossing quips to reporters with a grin. But his empire wasn't bulletproof. Rival gangs fought back, and the law closed in. In 1931, the government landed a blow, nailing him not for murder or smuggling, but for tax evasion, a petty charge for a larger-than-life figure. Sentenced to 11 years, he was shipped to Alcatraz, a harsh prison designed to break even the toughest souls. Life on the Rock was relentless. Capone's cocky attitude stirred trouble. One inmate, a bank robber named James Lucas, stabbed him with broken scissors over a haircut line spat, leaving shallow but humiliating scars. Worse, syphilis, likely picked up in his brothels years earlier, was eating him alive. Left untreated, it ravaged his body and mind, plunging him into a fog of confusion. By his final years in Alcatraz, Capone spent more time in the prison hospital than his cell, a hollow shell of the man who once ruled Chicago. Released in 1939, Capone was a wreck. The disease had stolen his clarity, leaving him frail and disoriented. He retreated to his Miami Beach mansion, living quietly with May and Sonny. The man who once commanded armies of gangsters now struggled to form sentences. In January 1947, a stroke hit, followed by pneumonia. Days later, a heart attack claimed him at just 48, his family by his side. The king was gone, but his legend was just beginning. Capone's shadow stretches across decades. The 1932 film Scarface cemented his myth, and his story still fuels books, movies, and endless fascination. He made the Mafia glamorous, brutal, and deeply human, a paradox of cruelty and kindness. Was he a villain who soaked history in blood, or a man molded by a cutthroat world giving as much as he took? Drop your take in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more epic dives into history's wildest lives.